Feels just as late, correct. Brittany says hello, I say hey back. Yeah, I'm a bit late. Britt Peace and a heartbeat, thank you very much. Okay, let's get it started. Feels just as I was starting the movie. Understandably. Yeah, I was asleep up until like probably 10 minutes ago. Britt P says, I thought we might not be getting live tonight. Yeah, it was close. It was really close. Because this sent a heart me. Snoop says, yeah, you're here. Yeah. We'll see if I can stay awake. Dying down sent a heart me. Thank you very much. Snoop says, hello, how are you? I'm sleepy, otherwise good. Britt P says, I thought I was going to sleep. You still can. Let me not take that option from you. Snoops in the heart me, thank you very much. Amelia McKee says, what are you making? It's going to be a miniature porcelain vase. Right now I'm just centering the clay. Chrissy Collis in the heart me, thank you very much. Amelia says fascinating. Thank you. Simple Disaster says, hi Ryan, hi everyone. I say hey back. Amy says, that was weird, you weren't showing up on my live feed for a moment. I was late, that's probably why. Christina says, hi Ryan, I say hey back. Amy says, when did you start? Like 11:04 or 5? Amy McCracken sent a heart me, thank you very much. Tony Down sent a mini star, thank you very much. I sent out 11 packages today. So if you have recently paid, yours are on the way. Kelly Kindred says hello. I say hey back. I hope you're doing well. Okay, let's make a quick lid. Marianne B says hello, Ryan, and everyone. I say hey back. Amy says, let's see if we can speed tap to 10K and please join the fan club. Thank you for that reminder. Desert 2 regrets in a heartbeat and says, hey everyone, I say hey back, hope you're doing well. Not bad living. Tonight will be interesting, I'm so sleepy. Simple Deluxe says tall lid. King Kulo says love from Michigan. Hey, love back to you. From Washington State. Snoop's on the mini star, thank you very much. Simple Deluxe doesn't hurt me. Belinda says hi everyone, I say hey back. For peace sent 5 mini stars, thank you so much. Really appreciated. Mary MB sent 3 mini stars, thank you. Appreciate that. Isa followed the live creator, thank you very much. Objectified Hammer says peak. Thank you very much. I hope you're doing well. Mary Amby says, any theme tonight? No, I think last night was... not last night, but the last night I was on was a very specific theme. So I'd like to go eclectic tonight. And maybe not even plan anything. See what I can make each time. Or just make one and then go sleep. That's a theme on its own. Christina says, hey guys, I say hey back, I hope you're doing well. April 8th, follow the live creator. Thank you very much. Christina sent a heartbeat, thank you. Snoop says, 10K, let me take the trash out. Go for it. Thank you for the 10K. Kind of an interesting rim. Like, I was just planning on getting rid of it, but kind of interesting. Simple Lester sent 4 mini stars. Thank you. Mary says, I like it. Simple Lester says, I like the asymmetry. We'll take a look at it again in a minute and see if it's a keep or if I need to get rid of it. Snoops sent 4 mini stars. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate that. I think that might be keepable. It's weird, but I like it. Simple Lester says hi, Bowong. Yeah, he's nearby. Getting his treats. Snoop says, I like that. I'm glad you do. I guess the question is, what else does it need then? Christina says, looks like a flower on top. Yeah. Snoop says, pizza top bottom. Pizza top bottom. Pizza tool bottom. That could work. I was thinking maybe. Snoop says a transfer. Nah, I needed. I did not prepare those. But I'm thinking green around the neck and then pizza tool around the middle. And probably leaf green, because we haven't used that a ton lately. Simple as says, that sounds good. Cool. Let me see if I can find the right thing I'm looking for. Looking for leaf green. Here it is. Tanya Garcia says, if I missed. Heaven W says, small vase. Yep, that's my hand for scale. Tanya Garcia says, hey Ryan, how are your wifey doing? I didn't get in last night. I don't know if you were on, but I'm sorry if I missed. I was not on. I was taking the night off, and me and my fiance are doing quite well. She's been very busy with school and work. I made a new thing to keep track of dibs. It'll only affect on my side, but I made a little app on my phone where I can keep better track of everybody's dibs by name and where it is in the firing process. So hopefully I can keep better track of that with this tool. Tanya Garcia says, I'm a little backwards all the time. I saw what happened there. Britt P says, goal. Hey, nice. And Zay Mexican says, yeah, Ryan, what are you doing today? How are you? I'm super sleepy. I went to the gym earlier today. Got a new couple personal bests. So I'm a little worn out. But I didn't hurt myself. D followed the live creator. Thank you very much. Tony Garcia says, you got the other message I wrote? I think I did. I read it out of order, but I thought I got them. Let's see if I can get... Okay. The Zary Mexican says, PRs, tell us what you hit. Machine preacher curl. I did 6 reps at 125 pounds. Britt P says, yay, that's how we know you sent your packages. That is how. Tanya Garcia says, I'm tired ridiculously myself since I hear others talking about it. Yeah, that's fair. I think a lot of people are tired. Dirty Mexican says, nice. And I say, thank you. That's interesting. I like this. Snoop says cute. Bobby Jackson followed life career. Thank you very much. Tiny Guy says. Monica Rose says, that rim, it's so cool. And down says, me too. Tiny Garcia says, and then I see so many lives of who I have no clue who they are. Yeah, a lot of people on live. It's just me says, way cool. Joy Art followed the live career. Thank you. Simple as that. She says, like that, a ton of texture and the rim balance so well. Snoop says, is it open? Yeah, it's open at the top. Mary MP says, I haven't received any requests for payment. Shall I send you a DM with what I DM'd to make sure we are? Yes, if you think there's something done that I'm missing, send me a DM with the information. Sorry if something slipped through the cracks. Christine says, have you tried painting it and then using pizza tool on top? Yes, it works, but it has the chance of gumming up the pizza wheel because the underglaze gets stuck in the spokes. Simple as says llama. What about llama? Polius says follow the live critter. The Dairy Mexican says, I won 6 national championships in 2 sports, one of which is powerlifting. Keep at it. That's really cool. If you have any advice for me, let me know. I'm not a power lifter. I'm just a little guy. People just sent a llama greeting. Okay, I see it. That's cool. I was not familiar with that option. So yeah, that's our weird top at the top. I've been hearing people say they want more ripple rims. That was my attempt at that. Alright, one down. We're gonna be doing weird stuff tonight, it seems. Their Mexican says, very cool top, thank you. Simple Disaster says, so cool. Tony Dan says, Rose, Senate Rose. Kelly Kindred says, gorgeous. Christina says, was that dibs? It wasn't, no one's dibbed that one. The Dairy Mexican sent 15 roses, thank you. Ramby says, weird is good. I agree with that. Christine says, bring it back. I will move the camera to it because it's a little delicate around the edge, so if you want to see it again, that's what it looks like. And since we're showing this, I'll show what I did last time on here. It are 5 mini mugs. Christine says, dibs. Hey, nice, awesome, thank you. That one is yours. And then we have all of our mini mugs. Okay. Thank you for the dibs. you send me the screenshot, I'll try to make you the first person I add into my new Kiln Tracker app. Astromech Texas, is that a DM screen? You a DM? I am. It's been a couple years now since I've ran. Actually, yeah, no, it's been about 2 years since I ran a campaign. Burberry says, what are you making? I am making miniature porcelain vases. Astromech Texas, sweet. You miss playing? A lot, actually. Yeah, I really like DMing. Donnie Danson, a rockin' shroom. Thank you. Snoop says WT, I don't know what that means. HP says good morning all. Mary MB sent 2 mini stars, thank you. Simple Dice says, saw someone holding a tiny eastern mud turtle and my brain thought that's smaller than Ryan's vases. Is it? That's a small turtle. Did I just learn something about turtle sizes? Dirty Mexican sent 12 cake slices, thank you. Simple Oscar says, yep, one of the small species. But funny, I now use your pieces for measurement. That makes sense. I use them as measurements of how much something costs. Whenever I look at buying something, I think how many vases is it? Mary MB sent level up sparks, thank you very much. I would like to do, on this one, I would like to do wavy ridges. So it'll be pretty similar to the last one, but with a smooth neck, hopefully, and then a ridge pattern. User says, what's it gonna be? It's gonna be a vase with a ridge pattern on the outside, is my hope. Sometimes I mess up the ridge patterns though, so it could end up being anything. And then after that, I want to try to use the texture tool on the next one. Developing my plan. I wasn't on stream last night, but I did upload an old stream to my YT. Not bad. Astromech Texas, that's really cool. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good lid. Like a tiny fountain. Scoundrel says, sweet. Tinto, follow the live creator. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Kind of made too big of a wood for how much clay we have here now, so I'll need to do a little extra work to get it tall again. Georgie's Chiddies, follow the live creator. Thank you very much. Alex from Kelly says, you should make one with the ripples going all the way down. That's what I'm going to try to do. It gets pretty difficult to do ripples all the way down, just because the angle of the tool becomes difficult to keep consistent the closer you get to the wheel head. But I'd like to try. Donnie Down sent a bravo. Thank you. I appreciate that. Christina says, don't do ripples, I might have to dibs. Alex says, what can you do with all of these? If they're open up enough, you can use them to hold a small amount of liquid. You can use them as little paperweights to hold a small flower or a sprig of something, cat whiskers. The bowls you can use to hold rings or crystals. He says, oh neat. Yeah, they're like the kind of most practical thing you can own when you really think about it. They're very, very useful for everything. Elaine Renee says, do you sell these? Yes, everything I make is for sale. You might have noticed from the aggressive sales pitch I just did. Lita Nairi Flores reposted. Thank you very much. Miss Robin says, hey, hey, y'all. And I say, hey back. I hope you're doing well. Alex says, what time is it for you? 11:30. Pretty and Cold says, wow, that was satisfying. I'm glad you liked it. Christina says, something to hold rings sounds like you should try making. I've done a few ring holders with the little part in the middle. Plus these actually would be good ring holders, just they're the right size. Just one or two. Pretty and Cold, follow the live creator. Thank you very much. Scoundrel says, do you make anything with tops? Yes. Not very often, but I do. I haven't made a pumpkin in a long time. Paymo says, hi everybody, and I say hey back. I hope you're doing really well. Anyone want to send a heart me? Thank you very much. We're getting close to good here. Maybe open the top a little more to flatten it out. Frankie shared the live, thank you very much. Nadia Lemire followed the live creator, thank you very much. Pretty and Cold says, the sound of the scrape of the clay on the metal is beautiful. I'm glad you like it. Dirty Mexican says, do you ever use your fingers? No, the wheel isn't quite strong enough. You'd have to add a lot of water to use your fingers. Or otherwise the friction's too much and it will stop the spin. Astromac Tech says, watching this is entrancing. I'm glad you're having a good time. Momo says, what's the theme? What was the theme? Oh, I was asleep until like 10 minutes before I started, so I didn't think of a theme. But I could claim that these are all coming from my dreams. And you wouldn't know if I was lying. And it says, that's so symmetrical. And Dear Mexican says, bow on, crunching away. Yeah, he's got it. Christina says, when is your birthday, Ryan? It is September 26th. It's not perfect. The rim isn't perfect. That's kind of bugged me. Damo says, I'm feeling purple. Cool. Let's see what this looks like once we have some ridges on it. And then we can figure out what to do with color. I might have to clip the top again, which is a little bit heartbreaking. Nessa says, that's really cute. Dear Mexican says, no way, I know so many people with that birthday. Yeah, it's a popular one. Yeah, that's too bad. I liked it, but it was not working quite well. Icky Thumb says, what machine to use? What is that called again? The fingertip mini pole machine. A Simple Disaster said, 6 mini stars. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Okay, we have to rebuild that top a little bit to the way I like it before we do the ridges. Because we had to take off quite a bit. Wisdom followed the live creator, thank you very much. Let's look at better. And then just open it a little more at the top as well. Dying down on an ice cream cone, thank you. Better. Alright, we're gonna call that good. So I don't keep doing it. Now for ridges. all the way down to the bottom. Okay. Pretty Nicole says, Ridge's time. You got this. Thank you. Green Hailed Garcia followed live career. Thank you very much. A little bit says, a mini honey pot. Simple Disaster says, nice. I think we might be able to do purple stripes on this. Let's see. Do we have a good enough brush? Sprinkle says, yes, purple stripes would be beautiful. Everybody wish me luck. It's gonna take some accuracy. A little bit says, that is cool, thank you. Breathing cold says, don't breathe, guys. Everybody breathe, please. I like to take my time and I don't want anybody passing out. Johnny Down says, so pretty. Mary Empey says, dibs. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. I was thinking about doing black for the inside. Icky Thumb says, how much do you sell these for? 25 is my go-to price. Mary Amber says that works. Awesome. Dare Mexican says that's a good dib. Lexi says not a bad price. Hey, thank you. I also sell mystery boxes for 15 for the cheaper option, where you don't pick the piece, but you just get something. Danny Mama says nice purple. Yeah, was that your suggestion? Somebody said purple earlier, and it just stuck in my mind. Mo says, yes, it was me. Well, way to go. I think it worked out perfectly for this. Tumbo, follow the live creator. The Dairy Mexican says, can you mystery box but pick a color? Yeah, I think I have enough supply that I can find something that when you order it, you just have to let me know that you have something in mind. I like that black on the inner rim. Alex from Kelly says, I thought you were going to put purple in the indented areas. Harder. That's a harder thing to do. You're more likely to catch the edge. And it's harder because it's a rounded indent. It's harder to make the line clean. And harder to fix if it's not clean. Lexi says, wow. Goitem followed the live creator. Thank you very much. Mary Amby says, I have the screenshot while it's still spinning. This one will be pretty recognizable. I'm using the flame to dry the lines so that they don't smudge when I take it off the wheel. Miss Robin says, pretty. Agreed. Yeah, I like this a ton. Okay, up next we're going to do texture tool. Nick says, what a good time to join. Glad you like what you see. Lexi says, where do you get the wheel that size? I got it online. I can't tell you the specific place because there's rules on TikTok about that. I'm not affiliated officially. I really like that one. That puts me in a good mood. Should I go for the texture tool I haven't been able to get to work, or the one that works every time? Mary Amby says, thanks, that is beautiful. I agree. Thank you. Noom followed the live creator. Thank you very much. Sandra Shin followed the live creator. Thank you very much. Bert P says, don't forget to join the fan club by signing Heart Me. The Dairy Mexican says, the non-compliant one. Okay, we'll try to make that one. I've been trying everything, but I have a good feeling that I'll make at least something tonight. Monica Rourke sent a Heart Me. Kelly Lily followed the live creator. Bert P sent 10 mini stars. Wow, thank you so much. Sandra sent a Heart Me, and that got me to 101 fans in the fan club, which means I get to keep more of my tips. Thank you. Okay, let's... Snow followed the live creator. Thank you very much. Alex and Heart Me. Thank you. Snow and Heart Me. Thank you. Julie Penguin says hi everyone. I say hey back. Hope you're doing well. Okay, let's get Kev sent a Heart Me. Nick sent a Heart Me. Wow, this is great. I didn't even do that all that much. Kev says, I hear you're Black Panther. Yeah, he is yelling for treats. Christina sent a mini star. Thank you very much. Hey, this has been worth waking up for. I'm glad I didn't sleep through this one. Okay. I'm doubting I'll be able to get the texture that I want, but it will still produce like a gritty texture even if it doesn't work, which has been cool on several of these before. Danny Momo sent a star instead of the poor man's star. Thank you, I appreciate all of them. The Dairy Mexican sent 4 boxing gloves. Thank you very much. Nick says, I may struggle to stay joined, but I'm going to do my best. Hey, whenever you never need to leave, you're welcome. I have also been uploading my lives to another platform. If you ever want to catch up and see what you missed when you got too tired, they'll be available there. Peace says, God help Ryan get those tips. I appreciate it so much. Ron followed the live creator. Thank you very much. Nick says the purple app. No, the red one with the arrow, I think. I don't know how to talk about things stealthily. Yes, Christine, I think you're getting the name of it right. Anildo Ferreira says Brazil. Cool, I hope you're doing well. We're not going to make a lid on this one because I need to have a bit more clay to work with. Kimmy says hello, and I say hey back. I hope you're doing well. Game almost and let him cook. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Game almost says that sticker thing is so funny to me. How serious the little egg face looks. Ghost Monkey Shade Alive, thank you very much. Jay Momo sent a rose, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay. I think I might just go for it. And then try to fix whatever mistakes I make. Dirty Mexican says, where did you come up with the name Bawang? From a Filipino snack that my fiance is a big fan of, and I am too, called Boy Bawang, which is garlic boy. And it has a cute little garlic as a mascot. And we just like Boy Bawang a lot. Danny Momo sent a mini star. Thank you so much. That's very kind. User follow the live crew. Thank you very much. I shouldn't have done that move. That was too far in before doing the texture, because now it's got a little less structure. And I was planning on pushing pretty hard. But it'll be fine. Okay, we're gonna try. We're gonna try. That's better than usual. That's pretty cool. Min says, what type of clay do you use? I use porcelain. V says, needs mineral oil. My spinning tool? Probably. It's plastic though, I don't know how you... The Danny Momo says, the sun butter and strawberry jelly sandwich is about to be so good. What is sun butter? That sounds good. I might have to go let Balong into another room because he's done with pottery. Nick says it's like peanut butter but hypoallergenic. I'd like to try that. That says, ah, yeah, that does sound good. Sean says, made from sunflower seeds. Ooh, I would like to try that. I like sunflower seeds. Damo says, it has the exact same consistency. Consistency is important. This is my new favorite shape. Texture on the side and then bring up into something. Okay, let's trim the top and then open it a bit. It mixes. When I was younger, we'd get them in the sacks the school gave us over the weekend. Cool. Kev says the wobbly opening looked really cool too. I didn't even see that. Bill just says, would a wide rim look odd? Maybe, but I'm open to trying it. Wide rim usually look cool. It's more a matter of stability than it is aesthetic. But let's see what we can pull off. That wet enough? Karina Cutie shared the live, thank you very much. Asteroid Brastroid followed the live crew, thank you very much. Mexican says, so much better. Brick Peace and Harmony. Danny Momo says, it's looking like a fancy expensive perfume bottle. Cool, let's see if we can finish it off and make it look really expensive. John shared the live, thank you very much. Britt Peace sent a little crown, which made it look even more expensive. Thank you. A little bit on the inside, maybe. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to do, I think, multiple of the pizza tool because it's not perfectly symmetrical, the texture. So I want to make a boundary around it. And I'm gonna real quickly go open the door for the cat so he stops yelling. He really wanted to go sleep in the big bed. Okay, so pizza tool. Dame Momo says, yeah, this one is called Cudahy perfume. It sells for $500 a bottle. I didn't know how to spell Cudahy, or pronounce Cudahy with a little thing over the U. I ventilate you says, hello, this is Ruthie in Virginia. I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. That looks great. That actually looks great. Hey, Mom says, yeah, you have to say it with an accent because it's fancy. I don't know. This looks great. I'm happy. Let's clean up the bottom and then put a color on top. Ruthie says, too many snowstorms. I'm sorry to hear that. Christina says, love it. Sean says, ooh, fun. I think Nick says, that looks so cool. Ooh, Mary Amby says, ooh, fancy. Their Mexican says blue, so it'll look like a tequila bottle. Super fancy, yeah. Let's do that. Damo says, yeah, that piece is something. Actually, let me call dibs. Cool. Are you cool with blue as the color, or you have something else in mind? Ruth says, where are you at again? I'm in Washington State, Seattle. Danny Momo says dibbies. Because this says these new tools are fire. Brit P says, what ethnicity is Cudahy? It's Irish. A lot of people, when they came to the United States, changed their name from Cudahy to Cuddy. Damo says, it's looking nice as is. I don't know why. We can keep it like this. You can have a bare one. If you're not looking for like a statement color, black I think would look nice around the top. I've done a couple that way. But if you want to just lock it in and say it's done, it's done. Pop-Tart 50, follow the live critter. Bill just says, wait, are you related to Kid Cudi then? Yeah, absolutely. Sure, whatever. Damo says, okay, black on the rim, just the outside. My video game name was Kid Cudi for a while. Damo, when you say just the outside, are you just talking about just the rim, not the inside, and not down here? Because I can do that. Linda Maker sent a heart me. Thank you very much. Ruthie says, I wish you could make me some flower pots. I might be able to. Just let me know what you might be interested in sometime. Linda Maker says, hi everyone. Did I miss much? You missed everything. Danny Momo says, yeah, just the top part, edges. You know what I mean? I think so. I'll do my best. I think you just mean the rim. Is that enough? Or did you want something else on the outside? I ventilate you says, how much in shipping? Shipping $7. The piece itself is $25. Dame Momo says, perfect. Agreed. I actually really like that. It looks classy. Dame Momo says, take my money. Well, you take a screenshot and then you wait a long time. But I'm looking forward to it. Brick Pieces is beautiful. It is. I really like these texture tools. I'd like to have my sister make me some more. Damo says, that's fine, I am patient, I can wait. Actually, it's gonna look so good after the kiln. It is. Alright, did I have a plan for the next one? I think I did. But I have lost it. Damo says, Ryan outdid himself with that piece, y'all. Thank you. Randy Robin says, I'm late to the party. How did you do that pattern with the center? Gorgeous. It's the texture tool. This one here. And Ricky says, wow, I love that. What? My cat came back out. He yelled at that door for so long. And he came right back out just to look out the window. Okay. I think another texture. Ranger Robin says, that was a beautiful piece. Agreed. Brute Piece says, he's a special boy. He is. Okay, probably 2 more tonight. Christine says, please post that piece after kiln. I will try my best. Lola followed the live creator. Thank you very much. I'm gonna get better at posting. I have 2 videos that Simple Disaster edited that I just need to remember to post before I go live one of these nights. Damo says, it's something about art. Sometimes the piece just speaks to you and you have to have it. Yeah, that's the experience I'm sort of chasing with all of this. I definitely know what it's like when you're seeing something, and to be able to see it before it's even done and then be able to put your little stamp on it, I think that's really fun. Linda Maker sent 2 mini stars. Thank you very much. I'm glad that mini stars are popular. I like them a lot. They're easy to read and they look cute. Shelby says bubble bowls. Maybe we can do bubble bowl on the next one. I was gonna do one more texture piece. Snoop says butterfly texture tool. There's a butterfly one? I was gonna do the arrow. Oh, the butterfly one is just like X's, right? Is that what you're asking for? I can try. Oh, Snoop says this needs to make one. I see. That'd be cool. Yeah, so there's like a website that has all the 3D printed tool patterns, and she said if I just send her a list of 3D printed tool patterns that I want, she can make them for me. But I haven't sat down and gone through that yet. Snoop says awesome, but butterfly is a good one to watch out for. Terry Mexican says that's a good sister, and Sean says, "Oh, what a good sister." Yeah, she's pretty nice. Jesse, what? Followed the live creator. Thank you very much. Dreams in Color Arts by Yvonne. Followed the live creator. Thank you very much. Dreams in Color Arts by Yvonne. Send a heart me. Thank you. It's Sham Khan says Sugimi saludas, and I say hey back. I hope you're doing well. Lyric Alice says yo. I say hey back. We need to stabilize this piece before we can do texture. I think I should try doing, if I try to do two, I should try to do the top one first, then clean down the bottom, and then do the bottom one. That'd probably be the smartest way to go about it. But I think we need it to be more open on top. Now your live says, "Whoa, your live is jumping right now." Hey, that's great. I try not to focus too much on that, as not to jinx it. But it's always appreciated when it does. Okay, once it's stable, texture tool. I'm going to try my method of doing the top first, cleaning the underneath it, and then doing another one further down. Now your lover says, have you used your centering technique on bigger pieces? I think it's genius. I have. It's just harder to have, like, the tools can't reach inside as easily. That's the biggest difficulty. The outside work is about the same. And then it's actually, I've had really good success with chattering on a larger scale. The Dirty Mexican sent a mini star. Thank you very much. Okay, texture tool. I'm going to go with the arrow, because I know that one's pretty good. I'm just gonna accept whatever that looks like. We're gonna clean underneath it and do another one. That didn't work as well. Let's see. Yeah, not as well. I think I can clean that off and try again though. That top one's pretty much perfect. I think the angle here is the problem, so we're gonna try to get it more straight up and down. Because just says I love it, and when it says ooh I like it, I'm still gonna try to get it better. I'm glad people like it, but I'm gonna. Christina says it was flipped. I've tried flipping it back and forth to see if it makes a difference, and as far as I can tell, it does. It always ends up facing the same direction. Am I wrong about that? Could be. What I found makes the biggest difference is angle of approach. Sapphire XO, follow the live creator. Thank you very much. Just Me Stacy says, what is it going to be? This one might be a miniature jar. If I close up the top, it's going to be a miniature bottle. Either way, it's just miniature porcelain work. Okay, let's... Oh, we lost it at the end there. That was almost perfect. It's still pretty good, actually. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... Just Me Stacy says very nice and follow the live care. Thank you very much. Alex from Kelly says perfect. Just a little bit of work. Should I do pizza tool in between them? Or is this enough patterning? Feels just says looks amazing. Thank you. Matthew Dugby says hi. I say hey back. Christina says pizza tool. Sounds good. Maybe we center it first, as much as we can at this point. Dirty Mexican says good night all. Have a very good night. Thanks for hanging out. James Shicks followed the live career. Thank you very much. Christine says, I'm just extra sorry. No, that's not extra at all. I asked if people wanted to see pizza tool. I am going to close up the top. We try to. I'm so scared of ever losing my pizza tool. That's the only one that's ever worked. Kayla sent a heart puff. Thank you very much. This is going to be, I think, a little more close off at the top. Imperatrix Brat sent a heart me. Thank you very much. Snow says, have you ever made a shot glass? I have. I don't do them a ton just because I do like the curve of closing them off, making bottles. Or jugs, opposed to leaving them open and wide at the top. So I tend to make things more like this than I do open shot glasses, but I've made quite a few. Sarcastic Brat says, I changed my name and I have to wait 7 days to change it back. Okay, Dreams in Color Arts by Yvonne says, okay, I give up. Good night, all. Rest well. You as well. Gilda says, can you do new texture tool towards bottom, solid color above, dry it, and then color stripe? Potentially. Which texture tool? Not on this one, and probably not tonight, but because I was thinking about doing a bubble bowl next. But that's a good design. What? Yeah, that all seems doable. Because it says, I don't know, but the vision is cool. Yeah, it is. So that's definitely going to be an upcoming piece because I want to do as many variations of this texture tool style as I can. Okay, now that's pretty cool. CD followed the live creator. Thank you very much. I'm thinking red for the top. Damon says somebody better get that. DeVito Night 3D, follow the live creator. Meant to Flow, follow the live creator. Thank you. Spring Break, follow the live creator. Because this is love. Okay, let's see. Let's get red out. Because this is red for sure. Great pieces, dibs, nice. I don't know if you were here when I said earlier, but I sent out your order today. I was able to fit them all in one box with the help of Cheryl for packing. Damon says, look at that piece, y'all. You can't just leave it on dibs and then yes. Yes. Thank you for the hype. For pieces, yay. Christine says, looks like cool, like pearls around it. I see that. Gonna try to get it dragon red right up to the edge. Can be difficult to do when you do the pizza tool like that. That looks pretty good though. Umi God ATG says, I want to touch the wet paint for some reason. That's fine. I don't like to do that, but I'm not gonna, If you were here, I would tell you not to, but you can just want what you want. Rubalnio says maybe a stripe between the middle pizza tool. That would be I don't think I have a brush thin enough to get that in there, especially because it's textured. It would catch the brush. This looks really nice though. It would be cool to have some sort of stripe there. I just don't think I have the mechanism. Feels just is completely fine. Brick pieces, as long as you don't want to eat it. Exactly. Damo says the pink is beautiful. Wow, it's actually it's going to be a really bright red. This is the underglaze that changes the most when firing, but I do like it in its pink state. Mary Envy says you are having a good night tonight. Yeah, I really almost skipped tonight too. I was I was fully asleep. Damo says, ooh, do you have a piece that has the final with that color? I'm curious to see. Yeah, I think I have one right nearby. I believe this is Dragon Red here. Summer Sky says beautiful. Damo says nice. Pieces got my screenshot. Awesome, thank you. And Charlie says, heart me. Thank you very much. All right, I think I am. What time is it? 12:28. I think I am gonna press my luck and see if I can pull off a bubble bowl. I've been having trouble with them lately, but let's see what happens. Bill just says, woohoo! Glad you're excited. Okay, this is actually a small amount of clay, so this will be a bit difficult. Kelly from Kelly says, you froze. Oh, I'm sorry to sorry to hear that. Shelby says, a textbook bubble bowl would be so cool. I would try my best. Damo says, I hate that I read got my screen shot as got my social security. Bill just says, a bubble bowl and horse braiding. My future is bright for the night. Sounds good. I was like, I'm gonna do horse braiding? No, yes, that's gonna be someone else. Summer Sky says, can we see one of your vases with your signature on it? Sure, I can do that real quick. I'm gonna cheat a little, and I'm gonna peek under a few of them and see if I can find a good signature. Not yet. Okay, this one's good enough. Here is a ripple top with some green, and then that is my signature. Amy McCracken says, I lost my internet connection. I think I missed a whole vase. I am sorry to hear that. I'll show them again when we're at the end, which won't be too long from now. Sorry you lost your internet. I'm so behind in terms of at least I got my orders out, but I need to do a kiln run of probably at least 120. or 180, including the ones I need to glaze. The Heidi doll, follow the lab critic. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Linda Lovelace reposted. Thank you very much. This is going to be a really small bubble ball. I understand the instinct, but I think the all caps is making me hesitant to read that. Lynn B says gentle touch. Yeah, exactly. We'll keep it at that. Shelby says, I still remember your first bubble bowl. I don't. How did it go? I imagine it was not good. Lily God says, I just need to roll the clay in my fingers. Oh, you can just buy clay. You need to just buy some clay. You'll have fun. Shelby says, it was actually very good. Cool. Look at me go. Okay, we'll add a bit of water to the outside so that it doesn't fray. And then open it a little more at the top. Then I think we're ready. That was a lot more than I intended to open it. We'll have to do one more pass. Summer Sky says, do you also make mugs regular size? No, only mini mugs. Neon Shirley says, has everything tonight been dibs? I think so. I think we're having a, whatever you call it when I do good. A good night. Mr. Hill says, how are you this evening, Ryan? I'm good. I'm tired, but it seems like that has been conducive to some good vases. Yeah, I took a 20-minute nap right before the live started. Alright, I'm gonna try my best. pretty good. Pretty great. Christina says, breathe, people. Yeah. Everybody breathe like a ton. Mr. Hill says, is your neck feeling better? It's feeling a lot better. You know, a little strained from working out today, but it's not hurting. Vitalsa says, amazing. Thank you very much. Okay, now the harder part. Britt P sent 5 mini stars. Thank you so much. I appreciate that greatly. Column says it's amazing. Thank you. This might have a pretty good matchup. Not bad. Not bad. Summer Sky says, whoa. We're not going to do a ton of shaping because the connection was pretty much perfect. Column says, really fantastic wet skill. Just Me Stacy says, I'm totally mesmerized. That's amazing. Thank you. We're at the most delicate part because shaving it to get rid of that little connection overlap part is risky. That's when you can suddenly get it to open back up. Simple Zach says love it. Ravani Hill says, are you going to carve into it? I've done that before, but what do we think on this one? Do we want like a texture on the outside, texture on the inside, or do we want to do a drip? It also says that's totally crazy. News Lopez shared live. Cricket Crenshaw followed live. Simple as says bubble bowls are magic. I agree with that. Summer Guy says drip. Okay, so the two options are texture on the outside, or we're gonna do drip pattern. We're gonna do a poll. So red is gonna be drip. Blue is gonna be pizza tool on the outside. Christina says, and that, my friends, is a bubble bowl. Anthony says hello. I say hey back. It's still not 100%. There's still a noticeable divot here that I'm working on. We'll have to be careful. Looks like drip is gonna win. I was gonna say we have to be careful. We try to do texture on the outside because it's very thin. But we'll not do texture on the outside. We're gonna do probably red and black drip. Batty followed the live creator. Shelby says no one voted. I see 13 votes won. It also says you're truly an artist. Hey, thank you. It's a pretty simple technique, but it does look cool. And let's take that top off. Nice. Christine Gagny says, what is a bubble bowl for? It is so that the air on the inside works to prevent heat, so it keeps it, if you put like a candle inside, the outside won't be as hot, or if you put like soup in it. But on a miniature scale, that doesn't super matter, and mostly people use it to hold rings. I just like the way it looks to make it this way. Rabanya says, it wouldn't explode in the kiln with the big air pocket. I put a hole in the side. Damo says, oh, wow, there was a vote. I was too busy stuffing my face and watching TV the past 5 minutes. Hey, you're not looking. You're not gonna get the vote. But I hope you're having a good time. Christine Gagny says, oh, that makes sense. That's cool. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's actually perfect. Yeah, I'm actually really happy. And this is gonna do well for a drip. It's the right shape. Need to get this off of there though. Me and Charlie says Dragon Red? Correct. We're doing Dragon Red and Black because they make for really good bubble bowls. I've seen it a couple of times now. And that is our color scheme for the night. Well, I bet leaf green would work really well for this as well. Christina says, I'm not Ryan, should have dibs. B says, looks interesting, thank you. Noel shared the live. Manny, love it, followed the live critic, thank you very much. Okay, let's start coloring. Drusilla says, hello Ryan, I say hey back, I hope you're doing well. Oh, I should slow down the spin. I think we're just going to do one line of black, two lines. Sometimes we'll mess up. If I start it right in the middle, it'll mess up the drip. Brandy says, I thought you color them out after they are complete. This is underglaze. It can go on early in the process. I prefer it because this way the people who are watching get to have a sense of what the end result's going to look like. And then I just end up putting a clear glaze on it. UC follow the live creator, thank you very much. Okay, we're at the final step. Slow down maybe a little more. I have to make sure to upload this live. I think they were all great pieces with a good amount of variety. Stacy says, I've joined your fan club for 2 months. That's awesome. I really appreciate it. Because this is definitely an awesome night of work. Yeah. I'm experiencing the sensation of pride. Print pieces, great stuff tonight. Thank you. It'll all come down to how well this drips. Christina says, always believe in yourself. Jack says, what color will the drip be? The drip will be, the black should be the one doing the drip, but if I did it correctly, it'll mix in with the red. Okay, let's try this. No. Okay. We're gonna have to pour a lot more on. Strange. I really thought that was gonna work. Okay. Let's try this. Yep, that's it. Alec from Cali says dibs. Hey, awesome. That's a full night of dibs. Not bad. Macarer says, hell yeah. That looks amazing. Pioza says, sweet. Rictosa says, what a trip. Urbania says, wow. Michelle says, wow. Christine says, is it hard to learn? My daughter wants to small. It's not too hard. And I can give tips and tricks next time on and you see me. It's pretty easy to learn. I've been able to sit down for an hour and a half and teach somebody how to throw something. Algorithm says, so much smaller than I thought it was going to be. Christine says, that's beautiful. Sculptify says, what are you making? It's a miniature porcelain bowl. Christine followed the live critic. Thank you very much. Ali from Cali says, got my screenshot. Cool. I'm going to put a hole in it, and then we're going to dry it, and then I'm going to take it off the wheel, and that'll be the end of the night. Where did I put my torch there? This. Brent says, what's the largest piece you've made? Like the size of my hand. I don't usually measure the pieces, which I probably should, but I think that one might be gone. I think someone in my fiance's family wanted it. Because this says, has Cheryl made anything cool lately? She made that mug, that hand-built mug that I was showing off before, but she's been very, very busy with school. So not recently. Myri followed says, hello everyone. Oh, and then he said something. Never mind. Knight's Queen followed the live career. Thank you very much. Color from Cali says red and black 4090s colors. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how it ended up after the dry. Yeah, this is super cool. Puff says, love it. Me too. Got a good clear pull. Pretzel put a little emoji in there. Hope you're doing well. Okay, let's take a look at everything we threw tonight. Christina says beautiful. Summer Sky says looks like a donut to me. This one over here looks more like a donut. This is also a bubble bowl with the same color pattern. And do I have any actual donuts out on the table? No, I think they're all getting ready to be fired. Okay, what I threw tonight, we have our rippled rim. We have the, I guess ripple is also the term for this. We have our black and red bubble bowl, the drip. We have our classy perfume bottle. And we have our double texture tool. So that is 5 pieces, all pretty intricate. I'm getting pretty good. Nice Queens sent a rose. Thank you very much. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera around and say goodnight. Hello, I'm Ryan Cuddy. I make the pots between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. every night. I'm Ryan Cuddy Ceramics on other platforms if you want to follow me there. Jack, follow the live crew. Thank you very much. And I'll try my best to be back tomorrow. I think I'll be taking Valentine's Day off. But that's about it. Nubian Sherry says, why don't you pull wet? Because the tools I use, it helps that the porcelain is dry enough that it has elastic quality and I can cut through it well. So that's that. Alright, that's it. Have a good night.